Hello, today we are starting our lesson 3, people games. So we're making the connection with people games, and that's one of the things that we started to discuss a little bit during our previous lesson. And we're going to be building upon the things that we've already learned in lesson 1 and 2. So we're going to talk about how to turn physical activities that you play with your child into structured and predictable games called people games. So we're hoping that your child learns to give eye contact and pay attention to you so you all can make that connection, to take turns, to start a game, and to end a game. So it's easy for a child to take turns in people games because we are going to make them very structured and predictable. They love structure, and if they know what's going to come next, they're more likely to participate. They have repetitive actions and sounds. Your child's going to know when it's their turn and when to take it. And it's also going to include sensations that your child likes. So each family, you have your own individualized list by this point of things that your child likes to do, sensory things that your child enjoys. We're going to use those things and that information to our benefit and to their benefit because it's going to be something they enjoy and that you can do together. They're going to be fun and exciting for your child. It's going to be motivating them to keep the game going. So, though you can start a people game, usually the best way to create a people game is to OWL. That is from our first lesson, to observe, to wait, and to listen. And then from our second lesson, then follow their lead. And so later we'll discuss specific games you can attempt to play. So what you're going to do is observe what your child is doing and then follow their lead. You're going to imitate them and try to make that connection, and then we're going to begin a people game. All right, so to make people games successful, we're going to rock them. So that means R is we're going to make sure that we repeat what we say and do in the same way every time. This is how we make them predictable and structured. So you're going to begin the game with the same set of words each time. If you're going to play the tickle game, you're going to say, let's tickle. If you want to do a swinging game, we're going to say, let's swing, and each time you begin that game, you're going to use the same phrase. All right, you're going to offer opportunities for your child to take their turn. C is you're going to cue your child to take their turn. And K, keep it fun and keep it going. All right, so we're going to use our notes. So if we know that your child likes to swing. They really like going outside and swinging. They like for you to swing them around in circles. We're going to use that to our advantage. You can get 2 people and get a blanket and set it down on the floor, and you're going to begin the game the same way. Let's swing. You're going to pick them up, swing them the same amount of times each time, and make it very short because you don't want for them to get their fill, you want them to want more. So 3 swings back and forth. And you're going to count them. 1, 2, 3, down, and set the child back down on the floor. And you're going to wait and see if they give you a message. And that message may not be them saying swing or asking for more. Maybe they move their legs up and down to say that they want to do it again. Maybe they pick up the edge of the blanket and hand it to you. Those are all messages. And you're going to give them the words they would say if they had the words to say them themselves. And it's going to be the same ones every time. Let's swing, and you're going to pick it up. 1, 2, 3, down. It's going to be the same thing every time. So another example, when I did the In the previous lesson, I talked about how I started a people game when the child was banging on a cabinet with their foot. So I observed, I waited, and I listened, and I saw that they were enjoying the sound the cabinet made by hitting it with their foot. So I got face to face, and I hit the cabinet with my foot too. I got their attention. And then I knew that this child also liked to spin. So once I got their attention, then I spun around and I said, stop. And I waited for them to do it. And they repeated it. They spun around and they stopped, and I gave them the words and I said, stop, my turn. And then I did it. And we initiated a back and forth game of spinning, which was more appropriate than kicking the cabinet with their foot. So again, you're going to use your notes, and we can go through them individually so we can pick out games that is going to work for you and your child based on their likes and dislikes. So we're going to start these people games this week. In your notes, there will also be a list of possible people games that you can try. And again, have questions ready when I call, and we will go over what games might work best for your child based on their likes. Thank you.